This is Toby Preacher from Indie-Games.dev. Welcome to this video with the title, What kind of mindset does it take to make good selling games? But before we start, first of all, I want to thank you for turning on this video. If you want to see more content on game dev, make sure to subscribe and you don't miss any future videos of me. So, I want to talk about this topic, what kind of mindset it takes to make good selling games. Well, what happens often is when I go to my game dev meetups I participate every month, then people are presenting their new projects and showing what they've done, and they put a lot of work in it, and it is not perfect at a point, but it shows some potential. And then the guys and girls can ask things about the project. And then sometimes someone stands up and said, yeah, pretty good. But what makes your game stand out? What is your unique selling point? And then people say something like, I don't know exactly. But I'm just doing this as a hobby. I don't need to sell it. So I'm just good to go. I don't need to care about this topic. And I was the same when I started game dev. But now, as I'm going further in game development and putting much more time into my game, my mindset changed. And I started asking myself, how can I make a game that is good selling? And making a game that is selling well should always be your goal when you're an indie game developer and when you're putting a huge amount of time into your work, into your game. That should always be the goal. And we should, as game developers, learn everything that's needed to understand how can we achieve that goal. Well, it's a whole other thing if we will reach this goal in the end. But if you say from the very beginning, well, I don't want to care about this topic, I'm just doing this for hobby and maybe I'm lucky and it's selling well either. I don't like that very much, because I think we all want to be professional, and our games, we want our games to be professional, and so we should really take care which kind of thoughts we have about things that we don't appreciate too much and that are not so enjoyable in the game development process. And we should really take care of that and should think about and ask people, talk to level designers, talk to people who are experienced in creating good gameplay mechanics. Let other people play our games, and not just only people where we know they will tell us something like, wow, this is cool, but also we should go to those people who are asking the uncomfortable questions. And that's something I did for my game. When I was at the last meetup, there was one guy and he asked only uncomfortable questions. And then afterwards we have this kind of mingling where everyone can talk to each other and have a chat. And I approached that guy and said, you have to take a look on my project. And he pointed out a lot of things I haven't thought of. And I'm pretty sure that isn't covering all the aspects that it might take to make it a good selling product. But with that kind of feedback, there were so many things I discovered that I never have thought of. And that led me to the point where I had to sit down and overthink a lot of things. And that was really painful, because I realized some parts of my game design, they don't work. They don't make my game unique and special, and they don't make my game standing out. And since there is a lot of competition in the indie game sector, especially when it comes to the platformer games, I really have to take this serious and really have to take care about the topic. And I will show you some stuff of that according to my own game in the next videos. In my next devlog videos, I will cover some of these aspects and what I have changed. But I think on the road to success, and let's be honest, all of us we all want our games to be successful, and that's what we're shooting for. That's the goal we should shoot for. And if we're not able to reach it, that's a whole nother story. But at least it should be the goal. And that should be the thing that we're getting for. And we should really learn everything and try to learn everything that's needed for this. We should work our butt off, and that's really what I'm trying to do. And sometimes it's really hard, but it's also very giving me so much back, and it's very enjoyable. So these are my thoughts on this topic, and there are a huge amount of tutorials out there where you can learn something about making your game unique, creating good gameplay mechanics, and later on topics related to marketing, etc., etc. So I think the sources are there, but the learning process is kind of hard, and so this is just something I want to share and I want to talk about, because it bothered me a lot, and I also realized how important it is. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button here, and don't miss my future videos. I will post continuous videos here on devlogs and some kind of short videos like this on a specific game development topic. Thank you for watching. I see you soon. My name is Toby Preacher. You find me on Indie-Games.dev. I see you next time.